going on, everybody? Welcome back to the DBM Report. I'm Johnny VTV. Week 1, Matt Ryan. Week 2, Todd Gurley. Week 3, Julio Jones. Week 4, as we continue down the list, Calvin Ridley. Now, everybody here knows Calvin Ridley. They've watched him play the last couple of years in the NFL. So what everybody does know is he's one of the crispiest route runners in the game right now. He is one of the best at getting open, and he kills single coverages. Great hands, great speed, and he's going to continue to get better and better. But the problem is the national media doesn't really know that. You get a couple guys that are educated outside the mainstream teams, and they can see that Ridley's very talented and his trajectory is going to go way up. So much so that some of them, which I agree with, are saying that he's potentially this year's Chris Godwin from a fantasy perspective. I totally agree. I see it. The biggest thing is Ridley hasn't really seen a whole lot of volume. He makes big plays. He's been a little touchdown dependent at times last year, but because he doesn't see the volume, it's hard to really bank on him from a week to week in terms of a big production. This year, though, stays healthy. I think he's going to see a lot more targets. Last year was 93 targets in 13 games. So I realistically think this year could be in the 120, 125 range. I think they're going to make it a focal point to get him involved even more, not just be that big play guy. Julio attracts a lot of the double teams, which allows Ridley to get the single teams, which is great. That's something that you want, and that's where the Falcons could take advantage. Despite the fact that they want to run the ball and they've come out saying that we're going to commit to the ground game, and they invested a lot of draft capital in their O-line. And like I said, I think Todd Gurley is going to be getting around 18 touches per game. I still think there's more than enough to go around. In terms of Ridley's output for 2020, like I said, all this depends if healthy. I'm thinking 85 to 90 catches, 1,200 yards, and 10 touchdowns. There's no reason Calvin Ridley can't finish as a top 15 or higher fantasy wide receiver. He should be drafted as a mid receiver 2, but I think he's going to finish as a mid wide receiver 1. With Julio finishing as a high wide receiver 1, yet again, it's very possible that the Falcons are going to have the best duo in 2020 at the wide receiver position. Currently, he's, according to ESPN and Yahoo experts, he's about the 21st, 22nd receiver off the board, making him a mid-4th to mid-5th round pick. That's pretty good value. Honestly, that's great value. I just think that there's a lot of people that don't really understand the ins and outs. There's some articles being written about him. I mean, last year, because he only played the 13 games, he had 63 catches on 93 targets for 866 yards, 7 scores. He's well on his way to 1,000 yards if he doesn't get hurt last year, following up off an awesome rookie campaign where he had 10 touchdowns. The thing about it is you're just going to have to evaluate what you want. Do you want to sit back and wait for a guy like Ridley to come to you in, let's say, the 5th round, or do you want to go up and stack up the position and potentially limit yourself? I think it's very intriguing to see Calvin Ridley being down as far as he is. And, of course, you could do a stack with Matt Ryan and really maximize the value out of the two of them. Point being, take Calvin Ridley. You're not going to be sorry. There's going to be a lot of firepower in that Falcons offense. Who knows how much if they're going to be playing from behind this year, but there's more than enough to go around. You won't be sorry. Thanks for watching the DBM Report. I'm Johnny VTV.